and that is like not really good for our shoulder and hip health, and also not good for our leg development, because I think adductor and also the lateral head is super important to have a movement with the hip where the hip is doing internal and external rotation
Yeah.
to even unlock a deep squat and not going only over knee and ankle mobility
Yeah.
and compensating afterwards over the back because your hips are not moving. Then the hip says, I don't like to move. Can you move for me? And you see butt wings and hip and back problems and all that stuff. And mostly there the knee problems start mostly there.
Yeah.
Sometimes when ankles are problematic, knees have a problem as well. But mostly the problem never starts. If you have knee problems, never starts in the knee. I would say 80% of the knee problems are with internal and external rotation problems.
Yeah. Yeah.
But never say never, yeah? There's the
Yeah.
one dude that says, my knee problem starts at the knee, and you need to be prepared for that.
Yeah, that's true. Like it depends on the problem, first of all. And second, a lot of things are like in our normal life, there are things that we are avoiding. For example, to stretch a little bit throughout the day is not that hard to do. But we are neglecting it because we are trying to get strong, we're trying to get jacked. But we need to have some stretching in our day because with muscles we're becoming more stiff.
Depending on how much range of motion you have in the movement.
Yeah, but
What,
again,
what,
for
what, what
example,
if you always come down with on a bench, let's say, to your chest with more and you're getting more and more muscle, you're getting stronger and stronger. For sure, you need more and more weight to stretch to
mhm,
that point. And we need to keep that flexibility to hit posing, and maybe stretching helps to achieve that faster, or um, prevents us to lose flexibility.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But I would say if you still update your flexibility also in training, so you try to keep the training on point and not losing range of motion and time, because that's what happens when you're getting stiffer and stiffer. What kind of should happen to get the joints more stability, more stability, more stability in the joints, or more strength? We need to get stiffer, some kind of. No one with 130 kilos is super flexible, but
yeah,
you can
that's
see
true.
an Andrew Jack that is still kind of able to do a split on a stage.
I can say he can do
Kind
it.
of, kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah,
But it's enough to probably not fuck up his knees and hips as much as if he's not be able to get there. Maybe
hmm.
we just say maybe because I'm not a person who doing this is 100% like this or that, because every question can completely smash what you're
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
No, and so the question is, can we achieve also in training to get more flexibility? And you got your shoulder blade movement and flexibility got better while benching better,
yeah,
because you moved, you used the weight, sorry, to stretch, because weight stretches you way faster than you do it in your daily routine. So the impact on stretching under weight is way faster. So if we can go to the most relaxed, to the most tension point in the movement, and we're doing it again, the body will relearn the coordination pattern and will get more flexible
yeah,
without doing stretching at all, and probably doing it also way faster than in stretching. The problem is, if you're not able to get there in the movement, or you would hurt yourself, or your elbow hurts already, you maybe do some other stuff before, before reaching the flexibility again in the bench. So maybe stretching helps here, or a different movement could help as well. So sometimes you do need to do a different movement and then to do a stretching and then locking your real bench.
Yeah.
But where you need to start is for me not as much important because you need to see where the problems are and then decide where to start. Because in the physiotherapy, you start already and in the chain what's most logically the problem, and then you cut all the problems out and try to find smaller ones
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
until the problem is fixed. In
Yeah.
at least in my opinion, it should be like that. Um, and you go in this direction in training as well.
Yeah,
Also in
that's true.
posing.
You you are
If you
right.
have a guy in posing, and you watch at him, you would probably always start at their base and tell him how to stand and build from the bottom up. It's probably I would say what you do probably in BT University because I know Tom is doing it in the exact
Mm-hmm.
way. And you're building from the bottom up, the posture for everything. And it's everything everywhere the same. You build from the base up
It's
in
your root.
training and
It's your
also
root.
in posing.
It's for example with the trees as well. If I plant a tree, I'm not gonna plant it with the branches in the
Depending on the goal, you can buy a finished tree, but to get this behind your house, like a 10-meter tree, and that takes a lot of money and a lot of and other problems you need to solve.
yeah.
But the question is, what is your goal? Do you want to be more flexible? Do you want to take care of an injury? Did you need more mind muscle connection in the movement? What is I'm not a person who says this movement is good and this movement is bad. I'm more like a person that's you're doing too much of this and we need more of that.
Yeah.
Not because this is better than this, because we need kind of balance.
Mm-hmm.
Because the system needs kind of a balance and he needs to recheck and recheck every time if he's doing it good or bad. If he's not doing that, the possibility to that mistakes are crawling his way into the movement is at least a chance. We're
Yeah,
just talking about chances.
that's true.
Oh. I think for me, posing is kind of doing stretching as well, right? You already hear I'm really not doing stretching much, but I'm super flexible because I'm nailing posing and training a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not at weight of 130 kilos. No. I think for our English listeners at the moment I'm in a recovery phase, detox phase, and I'm probably around I would say two 230
So
probably.
like 99, 98 kg.
Yeah, then probably around there. Yeah, 102, 100, 103 in
Oh, 103.
end of recovery, and 2 weeks of no training because of being sick,
Mm-hmm.
but with no water in the system. So it's probably around more 110 normally. If I would push
Yeah,
stuff or not push stuff, or I'm back in training, and maybe in 8 or 10 weeks I'm back at what is that then? Probably 230, 250, something like
yeah.
this, and probably around I would say the 10 kilos above stage weight
But
always. So
also like it.
I'm not a super big dude, so that is easier for me to be flexible.
Yeah.
Um, but as more size as you get, at harder it gets to be flexible without weights.
Mm-hmm. How tall
This you
are
see
you?
also in posing, right? When I don't know, do you have a lot of heavyweight athletes, open bodybuilding athletes in posing?
What do you mean? Like to have to coach?
Like super heavy dudes. Compared to classic physique guys, maybe around in the 80 to 100 kilo area,
I
and can you
had
compare flexibility?
mm-hmm. I had clients like to be, I think my heaviest client was like 94 or 95, but he was short. Um, so yeah, his mobility, his
So like
flexibility wasn't that.
168, 170, but still 95 super
Yeah.
jacked, yeah. So like a block.
Yeah, so his flexibility wasn't that good, so we needed to, the way he was rotated, like his transitions, the way of hitting the poses, it wasn't the same as, for example, me hitting the pose, like more flexible, more to like when I'm trying to hit the pose to go into like to do it a more classic to show a little bit more. But yeah, you need to play around like how everything is with everyone. Like there's the flexibility, um, his body, like how much muscle he has on. So yeah,
Yeah, and the question is if it's still possible to get him in the same poses like you can, you know. Maybe you get him in a um back back double twisted pose, no? But it will and it will also look good because he worked on stretching and the mobility, but he will never ever achieve the same flexibility potential you have with less
yeah,
tension.
yeah, yeah.
No?
That's true.
Because like dancing on ice stuff, why other people not like 100 kilos and jacked? Because they need fluent, precise movement on a flexibility so they can do their stuff.
Hmm.
Their goals need to be as flexible as possible, and also as the strength of these people are if they do like a twist like 4 times in air, they are super strong, super fast. They can react super good, but they don't need to bench 200 kilos for 10 times,
Yeah,
because they don't want that chest because they are not able to twist then as anymore as fluently as they do now. And depending on the sport and also probably which if you're open, if you're classic, where you are, is the is we always try to achieve maximum flexibility maybe in posing. But the question is on really big dudes, is this still possible, or can you just do as best as
yeah.
it
It
gets?
de it depends on the athlete because if you see like, for example, if you see Olympia, for example, if you see Ralph Diesel, he posed like he posed amazing. But then you are
But
seeing,
Ruff is not 130 kg.
yeah, exactly,
He's still of
exactly.
a lot of muscle, and
If
it
you
looks
see, for
absolutely
example,
amazing.
Samson, when he's moving on the stage, he's walking, he's just grabbing a pose and then just walk because he can't do the things like Ralph Diesel can do. He's not that flexible or he's not that fast, lightweight, so he can move that fluent on stage. So yeah, it
And we
depends
also
a
saw
lot.
big dudes moving absolutely fluently. No, I mean, like if you want to get a German example, Urs is a great poser,
Yeah, Urs is a great
and
poser. And
he has definitely a lot of muscle.
mhm.
So you can be flexible and also um,
You can be, but it
but
depends. It depends on the athlete because there are the people that they don't care, like
but also he has like a problem in flexibility. He he's improving a lot, but he had like problem in the past, like building up arms was like the critique they said all the time.
Mhm.
But like he had, and also back thickness, they called it kind of a problem. But the dude had like the thickest chest I've ever seen, and like super fat lats. And this is giving him so much restriction on shoulder blade movement. Um, and this gives problems in arms because we know both shoulder blade freeness is important to arm growth, or at
Yeah,
least I know that, And if the shoulder blades cannot retract really good, because the movement is not just there, because there's just too much muscle and not there's not enough flexibility for now, then you are not able to build that back thickness and that arms because you're missing the right stimulus where the body wants to be.
Hmm.
Because there for the body, I mean, like the shoulder blade position here and there maybe just makes more sense, and the elbow problems and whatever are happening not so much.
Yeah.
At least we are telling you that it maybe can be like this. For me, it's always trying something out and evolving on that and learning is something about your body is never time waste.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Trying something out and learning something about your body is not never a waste of time, and this is why I'm a big fan. But if your goal is like to stand in stage on 8 months, we have no time. And then it's no time for experience stuff and technique control stuff, maybe like. But if the stuff is so important to fix because otherwise it looks like shit, get your shit together, solve your problems. In my opinion, not only in training, in life, especially running away from problems never helped. Someday, and I noticed that as well, you need to be solving the problems so the basics do run good as you know it from the past.
Yeah.
When you started the sport and just picked up weights and everything just makes sense and nothing hurts and everything what at least for me it was like just growing. Doesn't matter which sport I picked up, it was like I was like pretty good in kind of any sport. Um, and one day it just stopped and you don't know why. Or in some sports it doesn't click as well as in other sports. And for me it was only more the interesting not to achieve that because this takes time. You know, when you want to create a really good flow, you can know how this technically works and listen how you are telling them to do when they're doing that at home, but they need to practice is to understand it.
Yeah.
And I think also this is the same thing in training and everywhere. You need to understand it and how it really works.
Bro,
I
I
hear
think
your
like
Greek accent, and this makes like I like that accent a lot because it's always you hear the sun in the voice. Sounds weird, but I think you know what I mean.
I don't know,
Sometimes
man.
you're
When I
missing the
hear
sun for too long, no? I think you need to go to back to Greece for 2 weeks, and then you hear your voice after 2 weeks of vacation in the sun, and then you know what I mean.
okay.
People are a question in America or Greece, where are the people more relaxed and calm and chilled?
Bro, I think America.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, people here, they don't care about you. There are so many people that who are you to, give their attention to instead on in Cyprus. Bro, when I
It's a
was there,
family. Everyone knows everyone.
yeah, bro, like everyone knows me. Like I went one time on stage and the first time they saw me, they were like, who is that skinny guy? Oh, he posed nice. Okay, he's a poser. Then I am competing the third time in Cyprus again. And oh, he added some size, but he's still skinny. Oh, but he's posing better. So I was known for my good posing. So everyone knew me as a poser, you know?
But how big is the bodybuilding bubble in Cyprus? I mean, big, big.
No, man.
For me, still, bodybuilding is a bubble here. A bubble. I mean, the persons who like really take it serious as you
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
It's like a
it's
bubble, and when you go to shows, you go to 3 or 4, 5 shows, then you know probably 80% of the persons who are always there.
mm, yeah, for us as well. The people interested in bodybuilding in Cyprus, they're low.
So
But
it's easier to know each person who's doing bodybuilding there.
yeah, but I
The
don't
only thing
like.
you remember is the skinny guy, his posing good, and you want one time the fact that fuck this big dude is posing so well. This is the stuff you want to hear, right? You
Yeah.
never want to hear the skinny guy again.
Look, for example, like in Cyprus, right now, especially, I am trying to, there are two different organizations. Um, Elite, IFBB Elite, which I'm proing, but bro, in Cyprus, they suck. They suck, and I am
I
proing.
think if we talk about competitiveness and you see it just by what athletes who are really good doing in long term, IFBB elite pros are switching also to
Yeah.
NPC to
Hmm.
compete to Olympia. I don't, and they get paid pretty well. At least that's what I heard. Here, Criso or was like kind of also
Yeah,
IFBB elite
Krizo
pro, I
Krizo
think.
was what won like the Diamond Cup like a lot of times.
And but I think to be long-term competitive at the moment at least, or I don't know, at least the big shows, the big competitiveness is an Olympia and Arnold's. No, these are the two shows that matter at the moment,
Hmm.
in my opinion. And I think maybe Dubai will crawl his way up because prices are getting like super sick and the show is getting better. I'm only hearing like only good stuff. And if we're taking more money into the shows, probably this will in the future also like a big show. I heard Romania, Prague. There are so many
Yeah.
like really crazy bodybuilding shows in the NPC. If you last year of Prague with Martin against Samson, holy shit, was this a good show?
For example, now at Detroit, I will see because next week is the Detroit show, the show that I wanted to do.
Yeah, I know. But
And
the thing is, you wanted to do, then I would say you recognize that you have still a lot of stuff to fix to
mhm.
represent what you really want to represent.
Yeah, for sure. I will go and watch the show because I have a kid that he wants to pose with me, like to teach him. He's 10 days out, but he decided to pose now. And I told him like
This will
let's
be
do it.
fun then.
Yeah, it will be
Um,
fun. But I will be there, like I will go there to,
but this was still our plan. But you need to see the body evolving, and in my opinion, something also I would not say something unfinished putting on stage is wrong, depending on where you are.
mm-hmm.
And I mean not unfinished as in good or bad, as in getting your stuff together.
Yeah. That's true because bro, like right now, like my list, I like to write. Okay, this is my Monday list. So there are a lot of things that I need to finish before stepping on stage, and that's what I'm doing now. Until
Because you
the
need to be ready in your head to be
yeah.
focused and um, sometimes it's not the right time. But it's
Hmm.
not good always to push to it further ways because otherwise maybe your the heat you have is cooling down
Hmm. Look.
and you're losing attention to something you're pretty good in and just need to continue.
Exactly.
And you need to learn stuff on stage to be better also. So there's some point where always say off season ends when the head cools up. And you understand I did so long off season. I cannot focus on it anymore on it. I need something that brings me back on fire and the love on bodybuilding, on seeing the progression every week and that I'm not stuck at a point
Yeah,
because we need to keep you mentally also making progressions all the time because then you evolve physically and then it doesn't matter if we're like going in March or May or maybe September, but we said like this year you need to go
yeah.
and you will look shit if you not get your shit together now.
That's true because, like, for example, now I said until the move of the new house that will be in the like last days of April, start of May.
And then you will feel prep already.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
because I have already done like half of the things that I had on my to-do list. So until the move comes, I will have everything, like I will have my list almost empty. So after that, the only thing that I will have in my mind is prep and work. That's it.
And doing everything in the new house that you still need to do.
No, that one, because I have
Or
already
is
started.
everything finished?
I have already started on that, like finding furniture, finding new beds, getting new desk and everything. So everything is in the list. So when I get in the apartment, I will get the apartment like 20 days earlier. So when I have the apartment, I will just order them, bring them in, and just that's it. I'm done.
So it's like 4 weeks of maybe kind of getting everything where it should be, and
Mm-hmm.
then your head is ready for the last weeks of prep as planned,
Yeah.
depending on your body response. If it's grows like shit and we want to expand like 1 or 2 months, or if like says like your head needs the to be see you
Mm-hmm.
now where you're standing, not because it's important where we place. We want to place first for sure. That should be always the goal.
Yeah.
Um, but it's not important to play where the placing is because we know that we just want to see where you're at
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
overall in comparison to the other people to know which decisions we need to do in the next 3 months to 24 months to
Mm-hmm.
lead you to your final goal, where what is probably also to get a pro card in the NPC.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore we need to do some stuff. And for me, important is not that we achieving it this prep. For me, it's important that I'm achieving every week one step further to the goal consistently without giving a fuck.
Bro,
Like
my goal.
I don't care. I move forward as long as I need to do until I reach my goal. There's one example. Something happens that this goal makes no sense anymore.
Yeah.
And there is options that um your wife is getting pregnant and you think I give a fuck about I'm concentrating about business and my kids and other stuff. Your health, every life thing finds things always to
Yeah.
throw it in your wheel.
Yeah, that's true. So my main goal for this prep is, bro, like to the shows that we will do, I will go for the best posing award. That's what I want to do. Like that will
And
boost.
I want that you see that you're bigger than the last time.
Yeah,
That,
look, for sure I
that you
will be
see that
bigger.
every muscle improved. And we don't decide if it improved enough or not enough because this is
Hmm.
in the past and we cannot manipulate that anymore.
Yeah,
Why
that's
we,
true.
we can maybe learn about that and we already now take the time to fix all the shit.
Hmm.
But I think and this is good for when you have finally your shows, then I'm finally in America. So we can do some live stuff as well.
Yeah.
And maybe also show some stuff.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I think
Last
you were
thing,
stuck.
how's your prep going? Maybe as a last update to introduce for now, how's your prep going? And then we say goodbye for now and finish the fourth episode of our podcast for sure. And we didn't do that in one take because we're talking like 2 hours or 2.5 hours now. Um,
That's true. So the prep is going well, bro. I feel tired with because I am in front of the PC too many hours. Because I wake up at 6, I go for my steps, I go for my cardio, and then I'm coming home and from like 9:30 till 6 in the evening, I'm straight on the PC. And then I go to work out back again in front of the PC for like 1 or 2 more hours to get everything done. So I would get my shit done before the move. So from that area, I need to, step on the brake a little bit, relax my mind as well. But from like nutrition, I'm hungry, but not that much. Like I'm not, I don't have any food focus.
Food is still okay, I think, from where from if we look, we didn't need to decrease food as much, and but we can talk end of April when the movement is. I ask you again how your appetite increased.
Yeah, that's true. Um, Training is going pretty well. Like with the drop at the volume is going, like I can feel that I recover better. Um, so
And I
yeah,
don't know if we even up the volume back again
yeah,
in
we
that
will see
prep,
that in the
but
next
we
week.
will see that in the because yeah, we will take another week of that and then we'll see.
Hmm. Now I want to, um, not get sick. So I already started with pills, tea.
Do
So
you
I
have a good spot for infusion stuff anywhere in the where you get like blood infusion stuff with vitamins and minerals and stuff like this? Or we have like some doctors that here that are doing it, or especially like when you're getting sick, you're getting special stuff for not getting sick or getting
I
like
haven't
vitamin
found
C,
anything.
10 grams of
Yeah.
vitamin C in the blood and stuff like this.
I haven't found anything like that, man, to be honest. Um, because right now I
Because
don't
I thought
have.
I thought this is a thing in America everywhere because it's coming to Germany like I think 1 year-ish where doctors are not doing it only
Mhm.
where you can go to a drip bar and just get a drip with vitamins and minerals.
There
And I
are a
thought
lot of.
this is like coming from America.
Mhm. There are a lot of like health clinics, HRT clinics, and like the wellness clinic that the
Mm.
things that you said with IV injections. But I haven't looked it up to be honest.
After the house.
Yeah. After the house, I will definitely search and I will use it like once every 2 months. I think it will be good.
Yeah, because in a time when we were on prep, I think we did I think we did it once a month
Yeah.
because we don't want to get sick in prep, and that helped a lot, to be
Yeah,
honest.
now I got sick and I know how the past few days it became the temperature went high. So we had snow. It was really cold, like -8 degrees Celsius. Then, like in just 2 days, it went up like to 10 degrees. And now again, it dropped down and started raining. So I went out from the gym, I was sweated, and then cold air hit on me, and I got sick.
Yeah, next time change clothing before you go out.
No, I changed, but
Ah,
I
but
was
it
still,
didn't happen because you
yeah,
was like sweating too much for that.
yeah. So yeah, I knew from what that I didn't dress well because it was hot. So when I got out of the gym and it was cold, like the temperature here changed rapidly. You don't know what you will find when you get out.
This I
So
always say in Germany when you hear what they're talking in TV about the weather. Here we always say like, let's see tomorrow what
yeah.
really happens because it can be true and but sometimes weather changing so fast to rainy and sunny and whatever. Probably not as fast as here, but we had also like really drops down to minus something and going up to like +8 in like 2 days,
Hmm.
not in one day, no, but you still need to apply on that, and it's like weird to go out one day and think it's super cold, and then you're like, oh fuck, it's super hot out. I need my t-shirt back.
Yeah, bro. At my last vlog video that I did, I woke up. There was sun. Okay, it was like 8 degrees, and it was a perfect, like the sun hit my face. It was nice. I went for a walk outside after, and this was at 8 o'clock in the morning. At 4 in the evening, it started snowing. So it's not possible for you to know what will happen outside.
But I think this you don't know in Greece, but I think the weather stuff we are in Germany, at least I know of like faster switching than you
Mhm.
probably. That's why I said you know just the sun.
I just know the sun, man. I'm from Cyprus. I just
Yeah,
know hell.
good.
So
I
yeah.
think we have like talked about a lot of stuff. If you
Mhm.
have any questions about anything life related, posing or training related, what could be the next topics is probably kind of fixed for now, but if you ask questions, we can maybe dive shortly,
Mhm.
if it's the right term for that, or at least we can try to go 5 or 10 minutes into that direction if we are able to do it for 5 or 10 minutes. Otherwise, we will have some stuff we will still talk about posture, patterns, coordination stuff, posing stuff is probably the stuff we do probably in the next, still doing in the next three, four, five,
Mhm.
six, seven, eight podcasts because there's a lot to talk about.
Bro, yeah.
And anime was still something we need to talk about, and this I don't know why we didn't talk about it today.
Bro,
Anime needs to be a thing in the podcast. Needs to be.
it needs to be a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. This
So
is it.
yeah.
I I could show you like some pictures from the back. I have like one Dragon Ball Son Goku picture here in Super Saiyan mode. That's
Uh,
and anime needs to be the thing on the podcast.
I think if we start to talk about anime, it can take like 5 or 6 hours more.
This I said when we talk about my the training because if you have the time to lose in detail and stuff you like, we have we have definitely have a problem.
Yeah. That's true.
And this is definitely movement stuff and anime. And we need to find still a game we are gaming together.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to do that.
On a PC, my friend, not on a console, please. But
Look,
you're playing on PlayStation, right?
I have a PS5, but my
Yeah.
my laptop is a gaming laptop, so I can download
What
it.
is your preferred gaming tool? Laptop or PS5? Now
Bro,
we split up already the listeners in two fronts. The PS5 persons and the
mm,
PC is the best.
I will
I'm a PC
say,
kid.
bro, I don't know, to be honest. I'm using both. I'm using for now, I don't have any games on the laptop because I want to get get away from the laptop. Like for the PS5, I have it for 30 minutes in the at night before I go to bed, for example.
You're doing all work on your laptop and then on the
Yeah,
couch is
yeah,
something
and then I
different, right?
close it. I don't use it for games, but I don't mind. I like both. If
So
the
then we think of something until next time. Even if time is a bit difficult, we have like some time slot that is working. Probably for me, it's around 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. What is
Mhm.
for you probably earlier in the morning?
6 p.m. is for me
What we started today.
it's 12 in the afternoon.
Yeah. So for you around your time, it's around 11 a.m. to probably around 5 to 6 p.m. is the time slot we are always fitting together.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I sleep or work
Yeah,
as you do, right?
yeah.
So the piece for the last questions for you today is PS5 or PC for the people out there or laptop, and which games we should play and which animes people should watch is the last thing you can tell today, but only one anime. Every time one as a recommendation what people should watch, and maybe you start not with something that's super common. So nothing like solo leveling or something like that that the people know already. So maybe something like Akame ga Kill, something the people
Oh
don't know as much.
yeah, no man. Akame ga Kill, I have watched that anime like 10 times.
Yeah, okay, so we start with this then. So if you don't know that anime, this is the recommendation for today.
Yeah, Akame ga Kill, man. Fuck, that's
And now we finish the recording, because otherwise we talk another hour.
that one is
So,
solid. You need
so
to watch it, people.